Welcome to What America's Thinking for Thursday, November 21st. I'm Jamal Simmons. Since House Speaker Nancy Pelosi officially launched an impeachment inquiry against President Donald Trump 2 months ago, new information is coming quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yesterday was no different. U.S. Ambassador to the European Union Gordon Sondland confirmed in front of the House Intelligence Committee that there was a quid pro quo on the table with Ukraine. President Trump wanted President Zelensky to announce an investigation into the Bidens in exchange for a presidential meeting and ultimately in exchange for military assistance already approved by Congress. And Sondland said everyone who's anyone knew about it.
Was there a quid pro quo? As I testified previously, with regard to the requested White House call and the White House meeting, the answer is yes. Everyone was in the loop. It was no secret. Everyone was informed via email on July 19th, days before the presidential call.
Not only that, the ambassador also stated that the investigations into the Bidens that President Trump requested from Ukraine were more about politics and theatrics than they were about fighting corruption, undercutting the president's defense.
Now, that White House meeting was going to be an official meeting between the two presidents, correct?
Presumably.
It would be an Oval Office meeting, hopefully?
A working meeting, yes.
Working meeting, so an official act,
yeah.
Correct? And in order to perform that official act, Donald Trump wanted these two investigations that would help his reelection campaign, correct?
I can't characterize why he wanted them. All I can tell you is this is what we heard from Mr. Giuliani.
But he had to get those two investigations if that official act was going to take place, correct?
He had to announce the investigations. He didn't actually have to do them, as I understood it.
New information will continue to come to light as the proceedings have now gone public and Trump is feeling the heat. Journalists and pundits have described the testimony using words like blockbuster, momentous, and bombshell. We called it explosive yesterday. But Republicans and Trump supporters are saying, not so fast. Former mayor of New York City and personal attorney to the president, Rudy Giuliani, tweeted, deleted, and then retweeted, Sondland is speculating based on very little contact. I never met him and had very few calls with him, mostly with Volker. Volker testified I answered their questions and described them as my opinions, not demands, i.e., no quid pro quo. Ever since the impeachment inquiry was launched, Donald Trump and his fellow Republicans have been doing whatever they can to discredit the investigation by the Democrats and coverage by the media. Just this morning, the president tweeted, "The Republican Party and me had a great day yesterday with respect to the phony impeachment hoax. And yet, when I got home to the White House and checked out the news coverage on most of the television, you would have no idea they were reporting on the same event. Fake and corrupt news." President Trump has long criticized the media for his bias against him, even before he took over the office as president. We wanted to know what you think about all this. Is the media coverage against Trump for or against him? Is there any bias at all? Let's see what our HarrisX Daily Poll had to say about it. All right, here's what we found. Majority of voters, 58%, think there is bias in the impeachment media coverage one way or another. 46% of people think coverage is biased against President Trump. 12% of people say it's biased in favor of President Trump. 42% say there's no bias at all. Along party lines, 67% of Republicans and 50% of independents say there is media bias against Trump, while 63% of Democrats say there is no bias. Looking at the results by gender, 50% of men say media coverage is biased against Trump, opposed to 37% who say there is no bias. On the other hand, more women say there is no bias. 46% opposed to 43% who say there is bias against Trump. What about you? Do you think the media is biased in its coverage of impeachment? Is the bias for or against the president? Let us know in the comments. Is there something the Hill HarrisX poll isn't covering, but you think we ought to be taking a look at? Let us know in the comments or tweet us at Hill TV Live using the hashtag WAT, W-A-T. See you soon. Thanks for watching What America's Thinking. As always, you can catch more great content from Hill TV by subscribing to the Hill's YouTube channel. Just click the bell so you know when new videos get posted. And head to thehill.com for all the latest political news. You can also find me at Jamal Simmons on Twitter and at Real Jamal Simmons on Facebook and Instagram. See you next time.